Coming up on Discover Oklahoma. Cats in Lamont, small town, big steak. Western, meet hipster. A new glow on Main Street, a rural adventure in an urban city. A native playground for kids and adults, and behind the scenes of our new dining guide cover shoot. Come with us to Discover Oklahoma.
Hello from Enid, I'm Dean O'Lally.
And I'm Lauren Nelson. Welcome to the Cherokee Strip Regional Heritage Center. This museum is the largest in the state, dedicated to the story of the Cherokee Strip opening and the impact it had on history, both for white settlers and Native Americans. The Cherokee Strip opening was the biggest in U.S. history and many times bigger than the run of 1889.
We're going to join 300 school kids getting a tour of this fabulous window into our state's past coming up.
But first, we're going to take a jaunt around Enid to find some places to eat, stay, and play.
We'll do some shopping, throw some sharp objects, and visit a top-flight new hotel. First up, Deanne Stein and videographer Chris Cook take us to the Boho Tepee.
Inside this boutique, you'll find a wide range of merchandise the owner describes as Southwest meets Bohemian with a modern flair.
You know, so I just want it to be a nice place to come in and feel comfortable.
And that's the first thing you feel when you come into Tawny Mahaffey's colorful store.
They love the vibe that they get when they come in. You know, it's been told it's peaceful and chill or whatever, and something like that, and I love that.
The boutique is full of clothing and accessories with styles that range from Southwest to boho.
We just really like the boho look that has that romantic, girly, look. And I love natural fabrics and I love color. And you know, you will look around and you'll see different things.
She makes it easy to shop for my mom and sister as well, because they each have a different style, and she has things from small to 3X, so she has stuff for every shape and size for women.
She buys her products at market and from local vendors.
We're looking for things that are Southwest or even somewhat cowboy. I mean, we're in Oklahoma, and what really catches my eye is what we get, and it's not always just the same consistent thing.
The store also carries Oklahoma-themed items like t-shirts, men's apparel, and shoes, including a well-known moccasin line. The accessories include a nice selection of jewelry, some handmade.
So I end up just, buying a wide variety to kind of cover. You need something basic to go with the wild things, you need something wild to go with the basic things.
Then there's the fun and unusual items peppered throughout, like her collection of sugar skulls and mushrooms.
So the mushrooms are just a whimsical little thing, and they make me happy because they're colorful and cute.
She has a funky, eclectic style, so it makes it just fun to come in here and find little knickknacks too. And I never leave empty-handed.
Throughout the store, Tawny has decorated her space with pieces created by local artists. Having that connection to the local area is important to Tawny, while offering a diverse collection of merchandise.
Even though it's not to the masses, it's to the people it's to that group of people who are like me and looking for that different funky thing, or just more unique.
Discovering Oklahoma in Enid, I'm Deanne Stein.
Here's where you can find the Boho Tepee in Enid. Go to travelok.com/boho tepee to find our website with hours and more information.
Right down the street from Boho Tepee is Enid Axe, where in addition to hurling hatchets, you can play darts, air hockey, or pool.
And a little later, I'll take you to a destination dining spot not too far from Enid where the steaks are legendary.
If you want to plan a weekend to Enid, I've got a top-of-the-chain hotel for you to try. I'll take you there with the help of videographer Tommy Evans. Enid's downtown square is quaint and a big draw in itself, with restaurants and shopping. But now there's a place to stay with glowing reviews.
We always get that wow factor from the guest here.
From the moment you enter Glow, you'll see why.
If you walk in our corridor, you will see everything glowing. The young generation, they wanted vibrant colors, They wanted a lobby which was big so people can get together.
That's what Best Western is giving its guests with Glow, a sleek and modern, upscale boutique hotel.
Most of the folks who come here, the experience and the feedback has been the same. They said, wow, we didn't expect a Best Western to be like that.
The modern theme carries over into the guest rooms featuring sleek finishes. You can choose from a king room or a double queen room, all with great views. Then check out this fabulous bathroom.
The bathrooms are just beautiful. Now when they come into the king rooms, our bathrooms are size of most of the other hotels' rooms.
The amenities include a state-of-the-art fitness center and indoor heated swimming pool. There's also a free laundry room for guests and complimentary breakfast each morning.
Hotel is like home away from home. We want to make all the guests comfortable as possible, like they are staying at their own home, right? So that is really important for us.
The best part is the location. The hotel is situated in the Arts and Entertainment District, within walking distance to not only shopping and restaurants, but also several event venues, including a ballpark and the Stride Bank Center.
It's just an opportunity to bring more people to town. We give them more reasons to come.
The center offers an event facility for sporting events, concerts, and trade shows.
Appealing to all different types of fans. This arena is very intimate, only seats about 3,400 for a sporting event or 3,800 for a concert.
Attached to the arena is the historic convention hall, built in 1921. Recent renovations helped preserve the building, leaving much of the original architecture like the stage and the grand ballroom. Upstairs, you can rent out the smaller Benson Ballroom or one of the several meeting rooms. And with Glow next door, the final piece is in place.
We are much more attractive to those folks that are planning their meetings and their conferences, because you can park one time in the Glow parking lot, you can walk here to the conference facility in the arena, and then you can go a block or two the other way
to other destinations while you're here, for business or just plain fun. Here's the 411 on Enid's Glow Hotel. You can link to their website to check availability at travelok.com/EnidGlow. We are barely scratching the surface of all there is to do in and around Enid. Up next, we're going to catch up with our school group.
I'm ready to go, but do you think they'll let us cut in line?
Dino, you got to mind your manners.
Okay.
Maybe first you'd better run off some of that steam at this truly breathtaking outdoor play area.
And then we'll head to an Oklahoma guest ranch that's been featured in a hot TV show and a major motion picture filmed here in Oklahoma.
And you've promised us a great steakhouse, don't forget, but we probably don't need to worry about that.
Seriously, do you honestly think I would forget food? That's all ahead on Discover Oklahoma. We'll be right back. In Oklahoma, the #1 cause of accidental death of children under 5 is drowning. So if you are in or around water this summer, be sure to have the kids in life jackets.
And if you're at a state park and don't have life jackets for your kids, you can borrow one. Let's all work together to keep our kids safe this summer.
There are some things you just can't contain. Oklahoma Today magazine is bursting with culture. Mind-blowing restaurants, trips, adventures, and so much more. Open your copy, then hit the open road. Unleash your curiosity. Set your spirit free. Subscribe today for only $14.95. Oklahoma Today magazine. Break through the ordinary.
Welcome back to Discover Oklahoma.
And to the Cherokee Strip Regional Heritage Center. Now, this museum is dedicated to telling the story of the land run, which made history and changed it.
Right now, we are joining some school kids here at the Humphrey Heritage Village. And over the years, what they've done is collect a number of historically significant buildings and created a little mini town.
They even have townspeople dressed in period clothing so that they can give these students a taste of what territorial life was like. Now, these students behind us are learning what it was like to haul water. The National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum in Oklahoma City has also developed a wonderful outdoor learning area. Jennifer Reynolds and videographer Chris Cook found one Oklahoma family especially happy about the lessons their kids are able to learn there.
Licho Koshkamo, which is the Chickasaw word for let's play, was a brainchild of the Annie Oakley Society, 10 years in the making.
That decade of devotion culminated in this extensive outdoor play space at the National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum, where kids of diverse backgrounds can experience their own ancestors' history and have a lot of fun doing it.
The most important thing that we really want to convey is that there are multiple stories here in the West.
Holly and Cecil Gray of Yukon brought their children Talo and Glory to the museum, hoping they'd find a place where their family could experience the culture and history that for multiple generations, Native children like theirs were forbidden to learn. It's a quest that's even printed on the kids' shirts.
It's a picture of a Native child writing on a chalkboard, teaching me my history, and that speaks volumes to us.
Because of the fact that at one time, our history, our culture, our traditions were being taken. They were taken from us in the schools. And so it hurts, to think about, but at the same time, there's nothing we can do about it at this point but try to learn all that we can so that we can teach them.
The museum is hoping that's exactly what Licho Koshkomo will provide, an authentic representation of the diverse tribal cultures from across the United States.
It's all from the communities themselves, their voice, and that was something that was really important, to tell their story from their voice and have that represented in an authentic way. Also, the structures, besides the building materials, are represented as accurately in the space as possible. We've downsized a lot of the dwellings by half just so we could fit them in the space, but you can still experience a traditional layout, how they would look, and how their iconography is represented within the dwellings.
There's pictures.
Oh, it's a scavenger hunt.
The experience rings true for Holly and Cecil.
I'm really impressed by the detail that they put inside of each dwelling, the teepee. I like the wide open area the kids get to run and play, the playground. They even got a little bit of a hands-on with the puzzles, the corn mill.
Whoa, Talo's squishing his up real good. And this helps you identify with more who you are, as not only in person, but, if your tribe is here represented, it does give you that sense of pride.
Is it a good thing for kids?
Oh yes, definitely.
And Cecil says it's a good thing for him and Holly as well.
We still try and learn all this stuff because it was completely stripped of our parents and grandparents. That's why this exhibit is important, because it's doing its part in preserving that very important piece of history. And what's important to our hearts is our tribal people and our culture and how it was. And so that's why I really like this exhibit.
At the National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum, I'm Jennifer Reynolds for Discover Oklahoma.
Licho Koshkomo is part of your paid admission at the National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum. Find their website at travelok.com/cowboymuseum. Kids 5 and under are free, and there are special rates for elders and students. We're hitting the trail at an Oklahoma guest ranch that has become a backdrop for a hit TV show and an award-winning movie.
And a legendary steakhouse in a small community a little more than half an hour from here. Still to come. Be right back.
What's inside our free Oklahoma travel guide? Artistry for all 5 senses, magic around every bend, and powerful waves of inspiration. Order or download yours at travelok.com.
Welcome back to Discover Oklahoma and the Cherokee Strip Regional Heritage Center. This Enid Museum is home to the only land office saved from any of the 7 land runs held across the state of Oklahoma between 1889 and the turn of the century. A unique artifact from a unique period of American history.
Building a life in a new land is the theme of a major motion picture called Minari. It's an excellent film, by the way, and it won an Academy Award.
It's about a Korean family moved to Arkansas to farm, but it was filmed at a location right here in Oklahoma.
Julie Chen takes us down the trail to Meadow Lake Ranch in Sand Springs.
Just minutes west of Tulsa, a Wild West adventure awaits.
Bring your boots.
Nestled on 350 acres in Sand Springs, you'll find this old oil field turned vacation destination.
This is Meadow Lake Ranch. It is all things Oklahoma all the time.
The ranch is home to a bed and breakfast, wedding and corporate events center, and dude ranch. Just about everything here was handcrafted by the owners and their small staff.
There are lakeside cabins, a bluff top cabin, and Indian teepees. They're authentic Indian teepees, so you can stay in a teepee overnight or you can stay in a cabin. The cabins have two-person whirlpools and corner fireplace and king-size beds and a full kitchen.
The cabins are fantastic, small with a lake or a pond on the back side of it where you can fish, and they're clean, they're comfortable.
Everything you need. Whether you're looking for relaxation or recreation, Meadow Lake Ranch provides plenty of both.
The largest black bass I've ever caught weighed 9.5 pounds, and I caught it one night out here.
The ranch also offers its Dude for a Day experience, where you can have an action-packed vacation complete with horseback riding and cowboy skills.
When you hold the hawk, you hold it just like that.
There are lots of activities to choose from roping steer to slingshots to archery.
And we teach people how to do those things and give them real skills.
This was fun. I'd never actually thrown, what are they even called?
Tomahawk.
That was a tomahawk I threw, and I actually stuck one in that board.
I punched the rock, swung it back, and let go.
And how did it feel when it hit the target?
Victory.
You can also shoot BB guns or head to the ranch's full-service gun range.
With 25, 50, 75, and 100-yard targets. And we do small bores, so we teach people to shoot old-fashioned 6 guns and lever-action Henry rifles, and it's a lot of fun.
Meadow Lake Ranch has hosted guests from all 50 states and over 40 different countries. Celebrities have stayed here too, like Paul McCartney. That's why cabin number 2 is now called Paul's Cabin. Paul and Nancy stopped here while traveling Route 66 to celebrate his 66th birthday.
He was a very regular guy, and we taught him to throw tomahawks, and we took him on a trail ride, and we did a lot of stuff. Ate, breakfast, lunch, and dinner with him. Paul is a hugger. He doesn't shake hands, he hugs. He hugs when he sees you, he hugs when you leave, he hugs whenever you say something funny. He's a hugger. And we became, great friends.
Meadow Lake Ranch. It's pure country, where you'll find southern hospitality, good old-fashioned fun, and your inner cowboy.
This would be a really good place to do like a bachelor party with some friends, maybe even bring your kids out if you have kids.
It is a great Oklahoma adventure, Julie.
This is like playtime for us. We get to be cowboys all day long and teach people about the things that we love so much. But it is truly a wonderful way to discover Oklahoma.
In Sand Springs, I'm Julie Chin, discovering Oklahoma.
Meadow Lake Ranch is southwest of Sand Springs, a few miles south of State Highway 51. You can find out more at travelok.com/Meadowlake.
An easy drive from here will take you to the community of Lamont.
Population 417. But that population swells when Kat's Steakhouse is open. We'll taste the reason when we come back.
Stay with us for that.
The free Oklahoma Outdoor Guide is your North Star, lighting your way to jaw-dropping beauty and heart-pumping adventure. Order or download yours today at travelok.com.
Welcome back to Discover Oklahoma and the Cherokee Strip Regional Heritage Center in Enid. This is a regional museum, so the displays here have history covered from the Conestogas that carried settlers to this area to the jets at Enid's Vance Air Force Base. Such a range of travel technology represented here.
But everybody knows how a cowboy really likes to travel.
Oh gosh, do I want to ask?
Well, sure. That's because he prefers an Audi, partner.
Well, no matter what that cowboy's driving, he's seldom going to turn down a nice steak.
And that makes it worth the trip to the tiny town of Lamont. It's a little more than half an hour northeast of here. Shel Wagner and videographer Tommy Evans take us for a sample.
By some measures, Lamont is a teensy little town. But there's one unassuming spot that has folks making their way here big time.
It doesn't look like much from outside, but it feels like a different place in here.
Because inside Kat's Steakhouse, the tables are set for a surprisingly upscale dining experience.
My dad always says you can be in Las Vegas, or you can be in Dallas or LA, and you're in Lamont.
Kat is Catherine, who owns the restaurant with her dad, who mans the grill.
He didn't think he would be on the grill, but it's just kind of worked out that way, and he loves doing it.
The family raises cattle, so opening a steakhouse seemed only natural.
It just feels like home. My family is huge. I have 5 siblings, and I wanted this to feel like part of us.
So Catherine's grandmother decorated the restaurant, adorning the walls with old family photos.
My great-grandma is in there, and her husband and her dad. My grandpa's in the picture in there.
and that used to be the drugstore across the street from, it's not there anymore.
But aside from the elegant, personal atmosphere, this is why you come to Katz. For the high-quality Angus steaks, all hand-cut and cooked to order.
I shared with my husband the ribeye, because they're ribeye connoisseurs.
The juicy ribeye just happens to be their best seller, followed by the fillets and the sirloins.
It just melted in your mouth. It was tender, had good flavor.
And take a look at this beautiful pork chop with the French double bones, another favorite.
I travel all over the state and get to eat at a lot of nice places, a lot of nice steakhouse, but I kind of think maybe Lamont might have the best steakhouse in the state.
While her dad grills the meats, Kat spends her days preparing the sides.
We just wanted more like classic things, but also stuff that we make at home.
Like the company potatoes, hash browns baked with butter and sour cream. Or you can get the house potatoes or baby carrots. All meals come with a fresh, crispy salad, but you'll be kicking yourself if you leave without trying the onion rings.
They're thin and crispy, and they have the best seasoning on them.
Piled high and served with ranch dressing.
The onion ring is probably the best I've ever had.
During the evening rush, you'll find Catherine behind the bar, whipping up her creative concoctions. This week, the mint julep.
I do love bartending. Since everything is set on the menu, I can't change anything on there. So with the drink of the week, I can be creative once a week and try something new.
And you'll want to save room for dessert. Catherine's homemade sweets include an apple pie a la mode and creme brulee. There's also cherry cobbler and her famous chocolate molten cake.
I love getting to meet new people and making them happy through my meals that we make here.
The meticulously prepared meals and the small town hospitality keep folks coming back.
It's worth it. It's worth the drive.
In Lamont at Katz Steakhouse, I'm Shel Wagner for Discover Oklahoma.
Katz Steakhouse is open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday by reservation only. So call this number to get your table, or you can go to travelok.com/Katz. And by the way, that's K-A-T-S in this case. If you're looking for great restaurants, there's no better way to find them than in the free Discover Oklahoma Dining Guide, and we just finished creating a brand new one.
Oh boy, here we go. Yeah.
Today we are doing a photo shoot for the cover of the Discover Oklahoma Dining Guide. We are at Mad Eats in Owasso.
So I can do that if you want. Let's try it.
Okay.
Why not? Okay, we're good. You can taste it.
The concept of the cover is to really kind of capture people's excitement about, receiving certain meals and milkshakes, and really kind of adding that vibrancy.
This is such a fun place that we wanted that energy, and the sugar, of course, and the excitement of seeing something, as amazing as these shakes and Bloody Marys are, that, we just really wanted to capture that and have a lot of color and bright and just bring excitement to everything, and that is you. Wow. Yeah, big smile. All right, she needs to make sure that she sits up some.
Hang on, I'm working it out, guys. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, that works. Okay.
If we get everything.
Our dining guide, we like to showcase the best of Oklahoma dining and really show off things that are one of a kind. And when we saw these milkshakes, we were like, these are amazing. This is something that, it's really unique.
We do a lot of planning on the back end. We put mock images in before we even start taking pictures. We think through all the different scenarios and concepts of how we need to bring people together in the best possible way to capture those moments. And then we capture them here on site.
I'm probably going to spend a couple of next days or so going through the photos, seeing how they look with the cover art that we have set up. And man, it'll be going to press very, very soon. So it's crazy. All right, guys, I think that is a wrap. Woo!
it go? It went great. It was so exciting. There's so much sugar, and all of the children have sugar highs. We apologize to the parents.
The brand new Discover Oklahoma Dining Guide, available now with more than 381 restaurants across the state, divided by region and featuring notes on some of our Discover Oklahoma favorites. Order your free copy at travelok.com/dining guide. You gotta know that any cowboy who made the trip over to Cat's Steakhouse left a Jolly Rancher.
Okay, with that, we got to mosey on out of here.
We want to thank everyone at the Cherokee Strip Regional Heritage Center, especially our tour guide, Cindy Filber.
This is a town with so much to see and do. Just go to travelok.com and search Enid to plan your weekend.
So until next time, remember,
there's always something to discover in Oklahoma.